So this morning we are in Ballyvaughan. That's where we stayed last night. We stayed at this fabulous, and I mean fabulous, B&B. If anybody is coming to this area, honestly and truthfully, look it up. It was £137 for the night. We had a room that had an extra sitting area in it and a TV, and the breakfast was absolutely amazing, absolutely perfect. Anyway, getting back to today's travels, you can see the sky is blue, but it's very windy, and we do have notifications that we're going to hit some rain, so the waterproofs will probably come out. Our route today is over to Galway. From Galway we're going to head over to Clifden, via the Connemara National Park, as Tony tells me, and then from Clifden we're going up to Westport, but we'll go by the
Doolough Pass.
The Doolough Pass, which we've done a couple of times, and it's fabulous, beautiful lake there, really, really nice. We do feel that we're going to hit some rain at that point. We haven't booked anywhere yet for this evening, so hopefully around about 4 o'clock we will. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on again, and there we go. The Island Tour 2025, perfect.
So, Capperbhaile House. Is that our best stop yet, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not being funny. I think that's the best hotel ever.
And the breakfast this morning.
Oh, it was to die for.
And there's a well on this way sign. Yeah, the wind's definitely got up today. I've been looking at the forecast, you know. We seem to be arriving at places one day too late.
Ah, right.
Because the last couple of days, the day we've left has been their best day. Same as today.
Yeah.
If we stayed here another day. Oh, look, there's the...
where we went for something to eat last night.
Yeah.
And to the left, we're going right, but to the left is to the beach in the harbour where we went last night and had our pictures taken.
Yeah, Ballyvaughan Harbour.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a lovely place, Ballyvaughan.
Yeah.
I would definitely, not very big, but it's nice.
Yeah. Heading towards Galway, 50 kilometres. Skirt around the outside of that and get onto the Connemara Pass towards Clifden for your seaweed bath.
Yay!
More tractors. Can't believe how many tractors we've seen going through like the main towns and cities.
They love the tractors in Ireland.
They do.
There's the pub on the harbour.
This is a lovely little place, Kinvarra.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit up the road is Dunguaire Castle, the one I was thinking about yesterday. Oh, you can see it just turned up there, look. On our left.
Oh, the castle, yeah.
Shame we can't get in, but we can always walk around the walls, I suppose. Dunguaire Castle. What have we got now? Galway, 28 kilometres on some lovely roads. So we're almost at Galway now. We made good progress. We're going to skirt the city centre hopefully to the west and the north. We have lots of junk carriage going towards Galway. Let's hope Galway is not too busy.
A lot of traffic here.
Yeah, it's come up severe congestion on the sat nav. So we're just about finished skirting around Galway. This is very familiar because last time I was here with the car trip, we filled up at that petrol station and we turned right down here somewhere. Kylemore Abbey.
Hotel.
Oh, very nice that. Right, that's it. We're out of Galway as far as I can see. And we've got 50 odd kilometres until our next stop.
Tractor!
We've just entered the Connemara National Park and it started raining. Albeit there's blue sky ahead.
Yeah. We only got 2 big splats of rain.
Yeah.
This has got the best wild trout, this river, in this village.
Best wild trout.
Yeah. I haven't seen the river yet. I'm expecting we go across a river.
It'd be funny if we didn't.
Yeah, I know. Where would the salmon be? No, it's not salmon, it's trout. They're always eating ice creams as well, aren't they?
There's an ice cream machine everywhere.
Yeah, they love their ice cream.
Every petrol station, every spa shop.
And it's Mr. Whippy. Are we going the right way?
Connemara Hotel, we are indeed.
This must be the river.
Oh, yes.
Gosh, it's not very big, is it? But they have the best trout in Ireland in this river.
No, it's not very deep. Well, let's say now we're on this road for 50 kilometres.
50?
Yeah. This looks more like the Connemara National Park, doesn't it now? It's all opened up. Joyce's Craft Shop, which is also where the Connemara Giant sculpture is. Oh, it's busy.
And it's gravelly.
Right, are we ready?
Yep.
Still road this off, that's fun, isn't it?
Ah, beautiful, yeah. Well, this is the nice thing about Ireland, isn't it? This is the main road.
Yeah.
You can't get much better than that, can you, for a main road? And the scenery.
Yeah. That is it. It's a little bit like the NC500, I suppose, isn't it, mate? But they outcrops in the mountains and the water.
Yeah.
I do prefer this. There's a lot happening here, isn't there?
Yes, yeah.
Lots of signs.
Sailing.
That's quite a big car park as well, so there must have been a lot going on around here, you know. What did you say? Do a bit of canoeing maybe or something in here?
Sailing, yeah, they had a sailing boat on there.
Yeah, it's very windy. Is that a little castle or house on the island?
It's something on the island, but I can't quite work out what it is. Maybe it's just a hermit's house.
Might be a church. It's a ruin now by the looks of it, but
Well, a part of it looks like a ruin, but then the other part of that looks like a new roof, so it makes you wonder
does,
whether or
yeah.
not somebody is living in a part of it. You know, bought it and living in a part of it.
yeah, maybe refurbish and rebuild it now.
Well, they won't get a car over there, so you can't see any cars or drives.
No.
Ah, there we go. That's what I like to see. The Wild Atlantic Way signs.
Yes, we've definitely been here before.
Yeah.
Right, I think it's on here somewhere.
Well, this is Market Street, so yeah. 'Cause I haven't seen any signposts for it at all yet. It's on the left. Yeah, I can see the sign. It's a blue sign. It says
Oh,
Connemara,
there, yeah.
and it's got a bath.
Yeah. I might just punch it on the end. You just here. This will do. So, how did you enjoy your seaweed bath?
It was very, very nice. I really enjoyed it. It was well worth
Good.
going to. I wish I'd got the outside baths though, with me being on my own.
Yeah.
They're not as good as the baths in Sligo.
Right.
That one is, you know, better.
Yeah.
But to be quite honest, it was nice and relaxing. It wasn't busy. And it was the little treat I wanted in Ireland.
Good. It's actually a nice little place, isn't it? There's plenty to do here.
Yeah, it's quite an affluent place, isn't it? It reminds me of Yarm a little bit. And we're doing the Connemara Park. So we just had a quick stop there just to make sure that we were on the right route because we didn't want to miss out. We haven't seen any Wild Atlantic Way signs for a bit, so we're a bit concerned about that, but we are. So is it Killary Harbour?
Killary Fjord.
Killary
Harbour, yeah, but
Fjord.
Killary Fjord is next,
Yeah.
which is the only fjord in Ireland. And then I'll have a cup of coffee there, because there's a little cafe called the Purple Door Cafe, which I've got on the sat-nav.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Even though we're on the main road, it's still a beautiful road. Yeah.
Letterfrack.
Fresh crab.
Yeah.
Looked like a nice place.
This is a wiggly little road.
Yeah. Twisting and turning. Along the peninsula, it's...
Oh, up and down as well. It's like a roller coaster, this one.
Well, I think the tide's coming in.
No way!
It's
I've
confused.
never seen the tide in.
It's confused. We go over this bridge. Look, it's not too far out.
Ah, crikey. It's the closest we've seen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the highest we've seen, I should
Yeah.
say. Welcome to Letterfrack.
So are we turning here? No.
No. Really odd, isn't it? Well, we checked the sat-nav there and it seemed to be correct.
I think the Wild Atlantic Way would have gone down there. So
Yeah.
it's a difficult one, really. But I mean, if you feel that you're going to pick it up further along.
Oh, I know what that is. That's going out to the coast. So what we're doing is we're taking a shortcut, like inland, to Killary Harbour, where we'll pick up the Wild Atlantic Way going round like that.
Yeah.
And we'll pick it up
Yeah.
in front. That's what it is. Oh, that's Kylemore Abbey. You know the big abbey on the lake where all
Yes.
the photographs are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, spectacular, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It might just be a hotel now, you know that.
Should have stayed there.
Oh, yeah.
See if he had any late
On our budget.
See if he had any late offers on.
Which reminds me of the Lake District, you know, when you're driving down
Yeah.
past the lakes with the mountains next to it as well. But yeah, just a bit where we would have been joined this road if we stuck to the
Yeah.
Wild Atlantic Way. I wonder, is that the inlet? Just on our left there, see the water on the left?
Oh, yeah, there's the inlet.
There's the
there.
water here, look here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the sign.
Oh, it's this.
Yay! Fabulous, that.
Right, okay, ready? It's about 5 kilometres down the way to the harbour.
Yeah, we're having a pit stop.
Looks like a tour boat going out. Oh, that's a nice boat, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. I'm waving at them, nobody's waving back. It's a tour boat.
Yeah.
I stayed here with when David first got married to Celine.
Are we ready?
Yep.
It's getting on, isn't it? It's 5 o'clock.
It is.
That was a nice little pit stop, but the guy wanted us out of the cafe, didn't he? He wanted us out in this closed sign
Yeah.
up on the Purple Door Cafe. Very nice coffee though, very nice flat white.
These camper vans are here for the night, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they look like it, don't they? Well, so far we've been lucky with the weather.
Yeah,
It's looking a bit miserable over there though, isn't it?
yeah, and that's the road we're going on.
Yeah.
Isn't this where that adventure centre is?
Yes. The resort, I've just forgot the name of it. But we pass it. I looked
Yeah.
at staying there, you know, it's £400 a night.
Gosh.
Yeah, it didn't look very long.
Oh, Clare Island. And the North Atlantic Way. Welcome to Mayo. Mayo! Mayo!
Mayo.
Me like a man, we wanna go.
You could quite
go.
easily miss this left-hand turn.
Yeah.
Delphi Resort, that's the
The
one.
Delphi Resort in Mayo.
Because if I remember rightly, from now on it's a very nice road.
And we're now on the Wild Atlantic Way. Oh, watch this vehicle. Ooh, you.
Oh, there's some waterfalls just around here, isn't there?
Uh,
Is this the waterfalls? I can't remember the name of them. Just here somewhere, on the right.
Yeah, it looks like it because there's a lot of people parked up.
Just to the right there.
Yeah, there we go. Got my camera right up.
It's amazing what... Oh, look, there's a sign.
Oh, there's...
Oh, we won't park there, we'll pass it. I've never noticed that sign before.
No, I haven't. We've come around that corner every time and missed it.
Yeah, that's where we've just come from, isn't it?
That's where we've just come from, yeah.
Yeah.
We've just been over there. We've just gone down that side. No.
Yeah, this isn't really the pass shed, this is just the...
There's quite a bit to go to get to the pass.
Yeah. Oh, sheep.
I think he's escaped.
Must have done. Oh, that was a very good jumper. He's a woolly jumper.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bad one.
This little stream on our right, we always follow that stream all the way up now, aren't we, through the gap in the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the weather to our left though.
Yeah, I'm not looking left.
No, you don't want to. Oh, I think we're coming up to the Delphi Resort just around the corner. Yeah.
Oh, Delphi Resort.
Hotel, spa and a hostel. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? It's got a hostel as well as a hotel.
We could have stayed in the hostel.
I don't think we could afford the hostel, never mind the hotel. Oh, there's a zip wire.
Kayaking.
Surfing. You go surfing. Where on earth do you surf?
Maybe they've got a surf, one of them simulators.
So can you remember what this valley's famous for?
This valley is
Yeah.
famous for the potato famine people.
Yeah. I think hundreds died, didn't they, going through this valley? If I remember right, the story, wasn't it, they were promised food on the other end of the path?
Yeah.
And when they got there, the ones that actually made it, they were told, actually, there is no food for you. And it was a really horrible story.
Yeah. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the
This is the pass now, isn't it?
this is the famous bit, yeah. I recognise the road coming at the end.
Oh, the very far end, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look at these beautiful mountains. Stunning, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go, swimming in the lake. Why not?
Yeah. Straight in front of us.
Beep, beep.
There's the sign.
Yeah, this is what I can't believe, how small this car park. Oh, there must be a big car park up there, isn't it?
No, this is it. Perfect hill start, hope you noticed. A few more twisties and I think we're on normal roads until Westport. Little blind chicane there, sharp blind chicane. Why do sheep always graze near the road? You know, there's all that grass everywhere.
Well, that's not grass, that's moorland. That's harsh grass. The grass by the side of the...
difference?
Well, it's not as nutritious.
Looks the same grass to me.
No, it isn't. This grass on the side of the road is like a spring grass. It's not natural grass, like heather grass, like that is over there.
Well, I guess you must be right because they're always by the side of the road.
Yeah.
Whoa, what side of the road's he on? Jeez. Must be a local.
Yeah.
Why not doing the coastal wild ticket?
No, we need to be mindful of the time, yeah. I mean, personally, I think we should just head to Ballina. But these roads are nice, aren't they?
Oh, feels like we're back in civilization after 6 days in the wild.
Yeah.
With lots of traffic.